I'm Hillary Mulick, and today I'm going to be talking about how to book weddings in a new area. I have moved multiple times throughout my business, and with each move, I've had to learn how to basically establish my business in a new area, learn how to get new clients, mingle with new vendors, and all the things. So I wanted to shoot this YouTube video and just give you guys 3 tips on how to start booking weddings in a new area, whether you're moving there or you're just wanting to branch out to a different location. So the first tip and the first thing you can do to start booking weddings in a new area is reach out to local photographers and ask if you can second shoot with them. I think this is a great way to just get to know other photographers in the area, offering your services, send them some sample galleries of weddings that you've shot in the past so that they know what kind of style you have and how much experience you have. I think second shooting is a great way to also build your portfolio. So make sure when you agree to these second shooting jobs that you're able to use the images in some form. Me personally, I don't allow my second shooters to use the images for social media, but I do allow them to use them on their websites. They can use them in private galleries. They can use them when they blog after I have posted the images. So I think all these ways are great ways to be able to establish yourself in a new area, kind of build a portfolio of that new area, and then also get to meet some local photographers and work with them as well. The next thing you can do to start booking weddings in a new area is get to know all of the local vendors. So not just photographers, this is local planners, local florists, hair and makeup artists, photographers as well. Ask them if they want to meet up for coffee, try and figure out if there are some meetup groups. There is a group called the Rising Tide Society, and they have Tuesdays Together groups, which means once a month on Tuesdays, they will get together for some sort of meetup. I'll put a link for that down in the description down below. But you can meet up with these people and just build connections, network, and that way when you book weddings, or if you're able to make some connections with planners, maybe when they get clients coming their way that they think would be a good fit for you, they'll be able to send them your way. So I think networking is a huge way that you can start establishing yourself in a new area and booking new weddings in that new area. A bonus thing on this tip, so when you're at these gatherings with all of these vendors, do some behind the scenes photos. So when I go to coffee with another photographer, or when I'm at a Tuesdays Together meetup with other vendors that might include planners or hair and makeup artists, I'll take behind the scenes photos on my phone or take some group shots of me with some people. I'll post it to my social media, tag these people in it, and who knows, they might repost those same photos to their stories, and then you're introduced to new audiences, and then they're introduced to your audience as well because you posted them on your stories and tagged them. So that's a great way to broaden your audience and then also network at the same time. Another tip I have for you in meeting other vendors is email these vendors in your new area and ask them if they'd like some free headshots, like 5 minutes of free headshots. You can either meet them at a location or you can meet them at their house, do some headshots of them in their house. I think this is a great way to be able to work with them and do something for them for free. And who knows, maybe they'll use those headshots and tag you in them, and same thing as before, you'll be introduced to their audiences and you're also providing a small service for them for free. So I think offering free headshots to vendors in an area that you're trying to move to is a great way to make new vendor friends and network. All right, my very last tip when trying to book weddings in a new area is schedule some styled shoots in this new area. So find some venues of places you might want to shoot weddings at in the future, and since you've already been doing some networking, you can pull together a planner, a hair and makeup artist, just pull together a vendor team who might want to do this small shoot with you. And styled shoots don't have to be this big thing. I used to think styled shoots were exhausting because you almost had to I felt like I had to recreate an entire wedding day in a styled shoot by doing a getting ready and portraits and ceremony space and a reception space and like a cocktail station and a cake and all these things, and it would just feel very overwhelming. And although you could do that, which would be a lot of work, but it would still be great. You can also do styled shoots on a much smaller scale. So you can contact a venue and ask them if you can do a ceremony setup at their venue and offer them free images of this ceremony setup and put together a vendor team for this ceremony setup. You could get together with a local dress shop and ask them if you could photograph one of their dresses and find a model for that dress and photograph a bride in this dress at a venue. And those are some images that you can provide to the venue. I have been able to book so many weddings at places that I've done styled shoots at. It's just such a great way to be able to build a portfolio for a certain venue and also build a portfolio for other vendors, so that when this venue or these vendors or post these images on their social media, you're being tagged in them and being introduced to clients who are wanting to book their wedding at this venue or wanting to work with this planner, and maybe they saw some images that you did for this planner, or wanting to get a dress at this bridal shop and they saw that, hey, this person took really beautiful photos of a bride in this bridal gown. I am interested in this photographer and I want to work with them in the future. So I think styled shoots is just a great way to network and build a portfolio of images at a certain venue and with other vendors, and it's going to attract clients that are working with these people and working at this venue, and they're going to want to contact you. So that's a great way to be able to book weddings as well. Hopefully these tips were helpful. I have used these tips in my life multiple times. I have relocated my business 3 different times. I started my business in Utah and then moved to Pennsylvania, and then now I'm in North Carolina. And each time I connected with other photographers, did a lot of second shooting, did a lot of styled shoots, went to lots of networking events, and just established relationships with local vendors. And I was able to book weddings in each of these areas because I went through these steps. Before you leave here today, make sure to check out my free guide, How to Take 10 Storytelling Images with One Pose. It's a free guide on how I've been able to keep my couples calm and comfortable while posing them and not overly posing them, but still getting a variety of photos with each and every one of my photography sessions. It's such a great download. The link is down in the description below, and I'll see you again next week for another YouTube episode. Bye guys.